Alrighty guys, this is it, the movie event I've been waiting for. I just finished watching the TV show just before this came out. So let's get started, shall we? Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm finally gonna be reviewing a movie based off of the hit PBS British television show of the same name, Downton Abbey. In this movie, the king and queen from London are planning a paid visit to the mansion, and they're expecting the whole house to look ship-shape before they arrive. But of course, more family dilemmas are still being dealt with, and it's gonna take a lot more people than just one to conquer them alone. So they must work together to make the best impression for both the king and queen, and, just like always, keep the mansion of Downton Abbey stable for at least all of eternity. Now, as always, I gotta start with the negatives first before I get into the positives. But surprisingly, I only found one, but it's a tiny nitpick. A few of the antagonist characters could be developed just a smidge more, but still that's about it. The rest, not only did this movie live up to my expectations, but I got the best seat in the house. The theater auditorium I was in, I was surrounded by a whole boatload of middle-aged elders, no offense. But it did reach its target audience. The film was made for the people who have watched all 6 seasons of the TV show. In fact, again, I'm not sure if it showed at your local theater if you got the chance to see an early screening like I have. But in my local theater, it showed us the full recap of the previous episodes of the show just to get us caught up to date on what will happen in this movie. No spoilers at all. But in my opinion, that was a genius idea. It kind of reminded me of the opening VHS intro for Fantasia 2000, where the late Roy E. Disney gave us information about the previous Fantasia film, as well as Disney's advance into animation technology. This is basically the same thing, except both Jim Carter and Phyllis Logan, you know, Butler Carson and Mrs. Hughes, they tell us the previous encounters with the Crawley family and their various mishaps throughout the whole series. So again, that's kind of a neat idea to do that. So with that out of the way, let's get into the basic materials here. First off, the Ken Morgan cinematography, as well as the movie's amount of set or production design of the whole thing, of course captures the magic of what made Downton Abbey so revolutionary to begin with. Just the way they filmed the whole mansion itself, of course you gotta give credit to the camera guys for making it feel very welcoming and authentic to watch. Kudos to you guys, keep doing your thing. Also, the direction from Michael Engler was outstanding in this movie. Of course, you gotta bring the original cast from the television show back for this movie. But the one character I thought stood out the most in this film was Joanne Froggatt as Anna Smith. In terms of character development, the way that she comes up with a brilliant plan to band together, making the mansion feel perfect for the King and Queen of London, again, no spoilers. But I thought she was the most enjoyable character out of all the others in this film. Not saying that Hugh Bonneville or Jim Carter did not stand out in the film. They were enjoyable characters as well, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, Anna Smith's my most favorite character of all because of the fact that she's the most cooperative and courageous than most of the characters in this film. Again, not saying that they were the worst thing about the movie. Way far from it. But still, again, kudos to Michael Engler for bringing life to the actors and actresses. They were all just as good, if not one of the best things about this movie. Keep up the awesome work. Also, adding to the execution of this whole thing, the story and plotline I thought adapted from the source material surprisingly well. The movie was not telling the same story as the PBS show over again. It's a movie that comes up with ways to tell an original story of the characters and what they have to go through within this film, but also keeping the same tradition for fans of the show and honoring the franchise with its use of setting and characters. So props to Focus Features and Carnival Films for keeping the same tradition as the original show, but also keeping it afloat with an original story to tell on a filmmaking standpoint. Kudos to you guys for making it possible. I appreciate that very much. I also enjoyed the movie's use of dramatic and emotional scenes as well. I mean, yeah, sure, not a lot to contribute. But when the movie tends to be emotional, it does it. Like, without spoiling anything, towards the end of the movie, I almost cried. Again, just go see the movie to find out what I'm talking about. So yeah, overall guys, in the end, I thought this movie respected the franchise than what I was hoping it would achieve. It had the right amount of heart, nostalgia, and potential to make this a perfect film, not just for fans of the show, but for the whole family as well, and it totally paid off. Guys, I couldn't have asked for a better movie than what I already got, so as a result, I have to rate the Downton Abbey movie a sparkling 5 out of 5 stars. Again, if you're a fan of the TV show, please go check this movie out. It's worth the price of admission, I guarantee you. So the movie of Downton Abbey, have you seen it? If you haven't, like I said, you won't be disappointed. I highly recommend it. But if you have, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share that video with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. And also follow me on Stardust so you can catch early reactions of movies, TV show episodes, and trailers. I'll put a link to that below in the description as well so you can download the app for yourselves. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.